Hey, how's it going, everyone? I hope you all had a green day today. I'm going to go over the trades that I took today. I just want to say sorry. I haven't been uploading here for a while, and that's not for any other reason other than, we've been in balance in the market. I've spoken about many times on the channel what balance is, and you don't trade every day. I know you see gurus online saying, they're making 10 grand every day, they're making this every day, whatever. But in reality, when you're a day trader, you're not going to be trading every single day, right? So if you're in the middle of a balance range, like on the daily chart, you're in balance. And then in any particular day, say today we were had a normal balance day in the middle of that, that's not a day you want to trade, right? So it's been like that for a while until yesterday. We finally got some movement, and now we're towards the extremes of the balance range. Now you can see the sell zone. I've still been posting my daily plans. The levels haven't changed, so I just left the last one I posted. As I always do, though, I post my daily plans here on the community tab, so subscribe if you haven't, please. Or on StockTwits. I also post the makings of the daily plan, and I'll pull that up, what that looks like. So I start every day with my TPO chart, also called market profile charts. And what this does is allow us to gauge that market auction, right? This shows us, are we in balance? Are we out of balance? Creating balance? Are we leaving structure behind to be cleaned? Are we cleaning structure? And I understand this is very confusing if this is new to you. You're looking, you see a whole bunch of letters. Why do we need this? I know. But it's actually very simple to learn. Once you do know what you're looking at too, you just take a glance at it. So I come in here in the morning, I look at what the overnight session did, which would be this, right? I don't trade the London session. So things that we look at are the bottoms of profiles, the tops, where points of control are, value area highs, value area lows, and the overall shapes of the profiles, right? So this gives us context into what's going on in the market auction. From there, I go to my 4-hour chart, which is what we were just looking at. If you're unfamiliar with this, the last video I uploaded was an introduction to footprint or order flow, right? This is the tape. And they'll show you how to read these charts. What we're looking at is transacted volume. So what I do is I annotate these charts. I'll annotate the TPO. I annotate, one second, let me pull it up. One second, sorry. The 4-hour, I do the same thing on the daily chart, which I'll pull up right here. Right, and what this does is builds on what we learned from the TPO. So if we know we're in balance, okay, we know we're in balance. Now we look at the transacted volume. Do we have sellers in this part of balance or buyers? Is one side trapped? Is one side more aggressive, right? So we add context on top of our knowledge, and what we could do is build confluence between our different tools of the TPO, of the 4-hour footprint, the daily footprint, and other things that we use that I teach. So to my actual execution, right? So this was a sell zone, and I will pull up first this order flow 5-minute chart. We'll talk about briefly what's going on here, or what happens rather. So we had a trend day, but it wasn't just an open drive up out the gate. Our first half an hour, as you can see, was pretty not volatile, right? Not even like a 10-point range. But once we broke out of it, then we really started to trend, and we went 20 points or so. And that brings us to this sell zone that, using the tools that we were just looking at, I create my sell zones, my buy zones, and all of that. So as we were coming into here, I saw an offer trying, right? So we see these sellers trying here, but it was not too convincing for me to enter short with them. Why? Well, we have to look at the context, right? There's a little bit more to it, but to simplify it, let me fix my pen. To simplify it, we have to look at what's below us, right? We have shorts, we have sellers who are trying to sell us on the way up and keep on getting popped, so yes, we're building an offer here, but we have to look relative to what's below us. So I was going to be a little bit more patient. So we break down from this offer. These trapped shorts help provide a floor, right? Shorts who don't stop out are thanking the heavens they could stop out at their break even or close to. Not only that, of course, you'll have traders who trade off like higher volume areas, and I'm sure algos just trading between trapped volume and whatnot, fills of imbalances. But overall, right, that's what it is. We come back up. I was looking for a run of these initial sellers. I want to run them out and enter on their stop run. But when we came up here, this tape wasn't super clean to me, and I waited. I waited, and I saw some absorbing here, some absorbing going on up here. But again, it wasn't really the tape that I was looking for. Until right before we started to break down, the tape started to speed up, started to get heavier, and then I entered. So let me pull up my actual execution chart. Let me pause 1 second. All right. So obviously no trades, and so to relate what we're looking at on the footprint, just looking at a clean candlestick chart, this is 1 minute. That's where this offer first tried. We auctioned down to these trapped participants. They provided a floor for us where we then could stop out these initial shorts, right? I saw the soaking, the absorbing, whatever you would like to say up here, right? So something else, we started rolling out lessons in the room, and that's reading the DOM. Until very recently, I just use the footprint. I like watching the footprint live, but some people find that the DOM is easier to look at what I'm talking about. So there's now videos being uploaded to the site where I go over live tape, right? And I'm going to be doing it for this trade as well. I'll go in the room and I'll have a footprint chart, the 5 minute that we were just looking at, side by side with this, and talking about, okay, we could see on the tape right now, we see an offer coming in, and as we come down, we see a bid coming in, putting in a floor, stopping them out, right, trapping them, how all that works, right? Market auction theory, it's, how the market works. It's the market mechanics. So yeah, that's a trade that I took today. I went all out at my first target price, which is 6 points. If you guys don't know, I've said before, I usually risk 3 points. First target is always 2R, which is 6 points, of course. Sometimes I trail for longer. Most of the time I do. This case I didn't. I haven't traded in a while is one of the reasons. And 2, I wouldn't be surprised if we still drifted up. I'm not fully convinced that we really retrace. So I just collected my coin, 1 in, 1 out. That's it. So I hope you guys were able to learn something from this. If you're interested to learn how I trade, you could subscribe here on the YouTube. I post videos whenever I do take trades. But I also have a small Discord group that you could go in the description of this video, and I'll have my website there. Again, I hope you guys had a green day today, and I'll see you guys in the next recap.